Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brandon Wynn and welcome back to Critical Failure. Doing a little bit more on advice videos. I'm going to do a top 5 homebrew or variant rules. I think I have a variant rule put inside of this. I'm not 100% sure, but this is going to be some homebrew ideas slash rules that my fellow players that I play with use at the table, stuff that I've done. So let's get right into it. The first one is being able to use a bonus action to cast a cantrip of any sort. I think it started off as us watching Critical Role I think in the first campaign they used it the same way. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't watched the first campaign in a while. But if I remember correctly, they did that. And we decided to use that off of them once or twice. I know I used it to where you can cast a level 1 spell and cantrip as a level 1 as a bonus action, and that was really boosting our our economy because we were doing a one shot at the time, and I was having fun, and I was DMing, and the entire situation, because we enjoy doing stuff like that. I'm probably gonna have it to where later levels you can start doing that. It's a feat, but that'll lead into a different thing, but it's really fun being able to do that. Action economy is used up much better, and it's not, at least not for me, breaking the game, because if you really want to do it, you can easily make a lot of more enemies come out at once to really devastate characters and the entire party. So using a bonus action to cast a cantrip, either a healing word or a first level spell like Cure Wounds, that'll really help, because sometimes you'll be in the situation where a healing potion just won't do enough, and you might need to cast Cure Wounds at level 1 just to really get a little bit more health. I don't think it's a very big problem. Please comment down below in the comment section if you think it's a little bit too OP for a character to be able to do it at level 1 like how I've run it. I'm probably going to allow it in my Curse of Strahd campaign after level 10, which my campaign for Curse of Strahd is going to last to like 15. And I'm boosting Strahd up for that, so there's no need for that. But I think it's going to be pretty fun. So that's number 1. Number 2 is doing a multi-action instead of multi-attack. So the martial classes get multi-attack. Basically, besides the fighter, I think every other class that's a martial class typically gets 2 attacks. The rogue, I believe, gets 1. The cleric gets 1. And I believe that's... the wizard gets 1. Sorcerer gets 1. Like, the spellcasters typically get 1, while the rogue gets 1, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have the player's handbook downloaded on this phone. But I know on the phone I'm recording on, I do actually have it. But anyway, the simple thing is that the classes that get multi-attack, instead we switch that to multi-action. That started off as us not understanding that it was multi-attack at first, and when we finally noticed it mid-campaign, we were like, we're not switching it, and ever since we've always done that. So that means that we can cast a spell, we can make a melee weapon attack or ranged weapon attack, and we have our bonus action do whatever. Typically, if I use this effect, I don't have the bonus action to cast that cantrip or level 1 spell, but honestly, a lot of my players and a lot of my friends that I play with, they don't really care. I haven't run many campaigns. I don't think I've run a single campaign where I've done the bonus action to cast a cantrip or level 1 spell. But I have run campaigns where we have done the multi-action, and it's not fucked up our thing whatsoever. Like, that's just how we play, and that's always going to be how we play. Like, for me and for Edward, that is a staple in our gaming. So it's not going to be any different. Like, if you're brand new coming in to our games, whether we run over online or in person, multi-action is going to be. So if you want to sit there and it's like, I cast Fireball as a paladin, I don't know if, well, that leads into another thing that I have, but that's a variant rule. But because I allow picking from any spell list, say you're a paladin and you want to cast Fireball, right? And then you want to make a melee weapon attack after that. go right the fuck ahead. I condone it. I think it's a great idea. Fuck the thing up that's like 30 feet away and then melee weapon attack whatever's in front of you using smite. So go ahead go do what you need to do. Number 3 is, I'm not sure if this is a variant rule or if this is a homebrew rule, but I like starting off with a feat for level 1. I think it's really fun. I think being able to get that and get that out of the way is really neat. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's a homebrew rule or not. I would suggest doing it for you guys. You'd be surprised by how better some of your players will act, being able to get some of their feats that they have selected right off the bat, or getting an extra feat that they normally wouldn't get. I know it's very typical for my player group to do that. We just didn't really like having less feats than what we typically wanted, so we started off with level 1. And a homebrew thing that I'm sure a lot of DMs have done or come up with is making feats. Edward has made feats for Prescott. I've definitely wanted to make a feat before. I think I have made a feat before, but features are extremely beneficial depending on how they are used. And I know I want to make a Blood Hunter feature specifically to where it'll work out. So, I got bit by something. But making feats is really important for the game, and sometimes like you might not know that there's a feat existing that is exactly like your thing. Like I didn't know Drow High Magic was a thing for the longest time when I first started, and I was trying to make basically Drow High Magic. I was trying to cast Darkness, and I wasn't trying to cast Levitate. I was trying to cast Fairy Fire, I think it was, without having to use any of my spell slots, and I ended up finding out that it was a thing because I was looking at Roll20 and I found it. But I didn't need to make a feat for it in the exact same campaign where Roland and Kylan Va were in for the Heising campaign, which is the one where Zachram beat our ass that I keep talking about. Prescott had a feat made for him, and it went well with the class. It didn't break the game, but it was really cool. Number 5, this is probably something that we do because we're lazy, but we include the proficiency bonus for our dual wielders. So basically how it works is for dual wielding, if I'm remembering correctly, because I don't have a lot of dual wielders in my games, so this might be incorrect, but how it works is you get proficiency bonus with your first attack, and then you don't get it with your second attack. So you attack, and you just make a straight roll, if I'm correct, for your second attack. So what we do is we just negate that thing. We don't really take the fighting style to where you add that bonus to your second roll, and we just add it straight up because we figured if you're going to be attacking with 2 swords, you're probably trained enough, and you've probably had practice in the past, you're going to do it. Now, if you magically pick it up and your character's been playing with like a little glaive or a single sword and a shield, you're not going to get it at that point. But if you start off with 2 swords and you're using 2 swords, typically we're going to be like, okay, you get proficiency bonus with it because you've been doing it for this long in your career. So that's what we do. Now, of course, I could have easily did the standard nat 1s are automatic failures and natural 20s are automatic passes. I just wanted to do something that my group typically did that I'm not sure if yours did. I'm trying to remember what the other one was because I was just talking about it. But yeah, like I could have easily done something based on that to where because we do that also, like that's how we were taught. I didn't realize it wasn't in the actual core rule book until I was watching DM Shower Thoughts on the subject, one of his videos. So I think it's really cool that that's actually a bonus or a homebrew rule that a lot of people overall stuck to. And I think that this isn't too bad of a setup in terms of being able to do this for your game. The biggest 2 that I think will definitely affect your game is the first 2, being able to cast a bonus action. Wow, that was bad. Being able to cast a cantrip as a bonus action or level 1 spell, depending on how you want to rule it, or doing a multi-action once you get multi-attack. Those 2 are definitely game-changing, in my opinion, if you're not used to it. since that was how we did it, changing to multi-attack really bothered us. So we were like, yeah, we're not doing that. So that's why we are normalized to it. And if we ever were to play with a group that did only multi-attack, we would be like, okay, we don't like it, but we'll do it. We've tried running games with multi-attack, but it was not something that we liked. But yeah, that is our top 5, not really top 5, more or less just 5 homebrew rule ideas that we use in our games. I'm pretty sure I can come up with another 5 in like 10 minutes. But I had woke up and I was stuck at number 3. I was like, well, making a feat is pretty cool. And I was like, what is another homebrew thing that we do that is like really under the table that we just casually let happen? Because I thought it'd be cool to do something casually like that. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. I'm sorry that our last video that I posted, which was the top 5 tips for DMs, was not edited like I was hoping it to be. When I first edited it, it's saved, but it didn't save the way I wanted it to. So I deleted it, and then every time I tried editing it from there, it just would not save to my phone. So I ended up just giving up and just uploading it directly. I didn't and couldn't find the reason why it was messing up on Splice. It just refused to upload. I changed the frame rates. I got it to the smallest thing I could, and it still wouldn't work. So I didn't know what the fuck was wrong with it. I even changed some of the edits. I deleted some edits, and it still wouldn't work. So I do deeply apologize for that. I've been really happy trying to get that all fixed for us. But my next video, hopefully, not 100% sure, will be me interviewing my brother, since he's still a newbie at D&D. Even though he's had a little bit of experience, I would like to interview him and get you guys to be able to see what it's like behind the eyes of an actual experienced DM and GM, not DM and GM, player and DM versus a new person who doesn't really understand the mechanics and stuff like that. So that's what I plan on doing when my brother gets home. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. If you guys have any homebrew ideas for rules, please comment down below what your group does. I would really like to see what you guys do. If you guys think that what we do is kind of stupid or it breaks the game, please talk to us. This is a very hot topic in my opinion. I would like to know, mainly with the multi-action and the bonus action for cantrips and stuff, that I know is going to get some heat, but I would like to debate about it. I think it's a really cool thing. But yeah, please hit the bell notification button as we bring more D&D content in the future. Message us at critical.failure or email us at BrandonWin. It's going to probably be in the description or at the end of the video. At BrandonWin5730@gmail.com. That's going to be messaging me directly. I'm going to be able to message you guys back. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. See ya.